Welcome to Landslide News. It's a beautiful season. Christ is born. By this time tomorrow, he would have been born. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Well, the hope for humanity, Jesus Christ, the commemoration of his birth will be tomorrow. And on that note, we want to wish everybody Merry Christmas. All of us at Landslide wishes you safe journey, wishes you safety in all that you do, even when you get to your destination. We'll be hoping to see you back either by next year or by after the Christmas season.
Yeah.
Welcome. All right. Okay, for Jackson, one of the reason or one of the conditions that was stipulated by the Trump administration for them to deal with Nigeria have been granted amnesty or whatever you call it by the governor of Adamawa State. Now he's a free man. He was accused of killing a Fulani herdsman that came to attack him in his farm. I wonder when self-defense became a jailable offense or somebody that should be committed to murder. I mean, one of the conditions being met. Okay.
You know, we are just glad that Sunday Jackson wasn't killed immediately. We don't also know many other Sunday Jackson that are out there. You know, you see, this country, it amazes me whether we are ready to live as a country. You know, how on earth would you commit somebody who is defending him or herself? You could actually use any instrument, anything to defend yourself. There's no limit as to what you can use to defend yourself. There's no limit globally. There's no limit as to what you can do to defend yourself, provided the intention is not to go and harm another person. The intention in deployment of all those is to defend yourself. So when you look at the case of Sunday Jackson, that our judiciary felt it was adequate to commit somebody who was in his farm. When the aggressor came, he was able to dispossess the aggressor of the instrument he came with, and along the line the person died. Then they felt that somebody who was peaceful in his own business should be killed. You know, I would like to talk to that judge that first of all convicted him.
Not just only one.
First of all convicted him, because that's a trial. That's where the trial took place. I would like to talk to him, because you see, this case of Sunday Jackson is symbolic. America didn't just request for it because they so love Sunday Jackson as a person. It is symbolic because it shows that the entire judiciary is headed at the wrong direction. You know, we're only looking at what the executive can do or what the legislature can do. When there was this outcry about Trump's tweets, where Nigeria was classified as a country of particular concern, meaning that there is government complicity with terrorism. People didn't get it. They are only looking at Asiwaju, only looking at the CDS, only looking at Ministry of Defense. No, judiciary is a one arm of government out of the three. And when judiciary is also complicit, government of Nigeria is complicit. So it reverses both in legislature, both in judiciary, and also executive. If you look at the UN Resolution 1373 of September 28, 2001, just immediately after 9/11, all the countries that subscribed to that, I think it was a unanimous resolution, and they agreed that they are not going to make their country a safe haven for those that commit terror, those that fund terrorism, and those that aid them. How do you not make a place with safe haven? You have to be armed. You have to protect yourself. So Sunday has contributed to his own farm not being a safe haven for terror to happen. An arm of government thought and felt that the right thing to do was to commit that person to death. It was unbecoming. We thank God for where we are today. This is a step showing that maybe Tinubu's government
towards the right direction.
Towards the right direction. But the shame is that it has to take a foreign power for us to do the right thing.
All right, Sunday Jackson. Like we said, many Sunday Jackson are out there, and justice has been denied them. Somehow, there's a tweet that his case came out, and one of the conditions that the American government gave was on Sunday Jackson. But the government has also cowered, which they should have approached much since the case began, but they kept quiet about it. And now, it now makes it look as if the act of terror was legal, but now they are bowed to the American government. What do you have to say?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God for his life. That, as Okafor said, that he was not killed immediately, but he was sentenced to death. And thank God the America intervened. But I want to look at it from another angle. In Nigeria, in solving problem, most of them will create another problem. Does a governor have the power to pardon? Well, I'm going just to pardon someone that committed a law that is outside the state. So listen, he was found this case got to Supreme Court.
Yes.
It's a murder case. It's a federal case.
Yes.
So most times governors pardon cases that are within state law.
Yes.
Then the ones that are within federal law. Let's
get an education on this.
Yes.
So the case was not a federal law case.
No.
And the cases we have, for example, we don't have federal judiciary, state judiciary. All of them are laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Okay.
Do you understand? Now, because the case can be domiciled in the state,
yes.
doesn't mean that it's outside of federal jurisdiction. Or I don't know if you understand.
I don't think there was a jurisdictional question
on the case.
The issue is Sunday, Jackson being pardoned. I mean, nobody has said Adamu Fintiri doesn't have the right or power to pardon Sunday. The idea of the entire thing is, why does it have to be that an outsider have to be the one to tell us what to do, before we need to do the right thing? So I don't think the governor, jumped the authority.
So continue on that stride.
Oh, having played that is good, and is baffling, is shameful that we could wait for an outsider to come and dictate to us how to live our lives. Sunday Jackson is just a case study. There are so many Sunday Jackson in Nigerian prisons that the languishing, nobody's speaking on their behalf. For crying out loud, it's called self-defense. I didn't go to attack you. I was doing my legitimate business in my authorized space. You invaded my space with the intention of killing me. It was the same people you came with to kill me, and you somehow overpowered you. Your death resulted. So I don't see the reason why that case even went far. It should have been squashed much earlier. Or if case, the punishment overweighs the issues. And that shows how complicit the Nigerian government was in all these things. We hear about killing every day in Benue, Plateau, and the rest. And we don't hear about arrest. Even one of the Lucas was on TikTok talking. See, the last one happened in that place. After this happened, they saw a military vehicle carrying these people away. These people came to attack them. So America intervening in this thing is quite a lot. I wish they could go beyond security.
Before I wrap up on this case, let me talk about Gumi and this other man that was in NHIS. I forgot his name.
Okay, Prof. Not the professor you're talking about.
That is saying that killing Fulani that are terrorists.
We can't quote. I think we can quote Gumi directly. Because I didn't see that was publication.
But you see, I think enabling or giving the Fulani headsmen or bandits or terrorists, whatever they are, anybody that is in that space, telling them that you can't just kill them like that.
Okay,
because if you are from my state or my tribe, my village, and you support anything that is evil, I should be the one.
Okay, let me tell you why I said the pardoning of Sunday Jackson is symbolic. One of the conditions also given by America to Nigeria for them to cooperate, in terms of security, is that Fulani militia must be disarmed. Do you understand? So for as long as they are not disarmed, for anywhere people can find them, people now know that they can defend themselves. They can actually defend themselves, because even while government takes, a very elaborate steps to disarm these people, it's going to take some time. You're going to still find some fragments, and for as long as they exist, people have to defend themselves. There's nothing that stops you from defending yourself. Nothing. You are in your farm, you're in your house. Anybody aggressor comes to you, you reserve the right and power to fully defend yourself. First of all, you call the government, call the police or whatever, and before they arrive, you have the power and right to defend yourself. There's
like what the present DG of DSS has told us.
Yes, the person of Adiola, he made it clear you can't defend yourself. No wonder the man, they gave him award on the International Press Institute, gave him award. He made it clear there's nothing that stops you from defending yourself. You can't make yourself available for somebody to come and kill you while you are waiting for another person. It's not possible. Even though you have called on police and somebody make attempts on your life, you are going to defend yourself. So that is it. Now we believe the Nigerian government will move to the second step, which is disarm the Fulani militia. And I tell you clearly, if you disarm this Fulani militia going about, this terrorism is going to drop. Yeah, we still have Boko Haram that is, in a lot in the northeast.
They're still in particular enclave.
Yeah, they're still in that enclave. It becomes easy to handle them. Well, you are still going to find some pockets of kidnapping. There's always crime before, but those ones are different. Those ones are different from terrorism.
We know how to deal with
crimes are local. Crimes are managed by the government of the country, but terrorism is a global threat and it requires global response.
Okay, all right. Let's move quickly since it's a holiday period, so that we can go enjoy ourselves. Atiku speaking on the new tax reform. He said caution and treasonable offences could be what could be labeled the president, that's Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, knowing that what was passed, what is not and gazetted is not what is coming to play. He talks about treason and an impeachable offense for the president.
Yeah, that's what it is, and it is a shame that we are allowing this to slide by, and our National Assembly is playing hardly. What did they do before they gone on recess? What did they do? They set up a committee to look into it, and they go on recess. And this government have said they're starting implementation 1st of January. They shouldn't have gone on recess. If they must go on recess, we have asked government to stay execution until this is properly investigated. For now, it is still in the realm of speculation, but the fact there shows that this probably happened because not just Sanusi from Sokoto. Is it Sanusi? This
the senator from is it Kebi?
No, from Sokoto.
Okay,
that spoke. Another Dasuki. Another honorable member spoke again. Something so. He said he painfully went through this thing. He painfully went through their votes and recommendations and the harmonized bill by the both house, and he gazetted one. He said for him it's baffling how this happened. And nobody speaking. So what they started there were not legislated by them. What they approved, some of the things were removed. It's like this material difference. There's a lot of material difference, and I can't wait to see there's a material issue difference. Means that the information you get from any of that process might be misleading. You cannot base your judgment based on that document. And he said they're not minor; they are major. These were not mistakes. These were properly done. These were planned acts. And the state government and the federal government insisted that they're going to implement it. Atiku was speaking Nigerians' mind. If this is a country that works, if it's a state that works, by now the president should be under hot seat. He should come and defend this. And for the president is keeping quiet shows that they don't take Nigeria serious.
Okay, as at this time last year, I know there was a press conference by the president. He granted Nigerian media, a press conference and said that the tax reform must go on because as at this time last year, the debate was very hot. Now, as we speak right now, a lot of talk about this tax document. How come they are not making it public to us?
Well, let's make it clear. If they passed tax law,
yes,
that they end up gazetting that,
yes,
and using that, to administer our tax policies, that can only leave us to question of is it the right time to do this, or should we allow foreign agency, foreign foreign company from France to administer our law, those questions can come. But if the one gazetted is different from the one passed, we don't have a tax law that it can be administered. No Nigerian will submit himself under a forged provisions. It's not going to happen. Because one, I said it yesterday, extensive steps can be taken by the person whom you want to subject to a forged tax law. Section 4 of our 1999 Constitution and Section 58 made it clear it is the National Assembly that have the power to make laws for us. It is not even an agency of government. You can't deny that. What Atiku is trying to say is that when you try to subvert that, that is a treason. That is a coup against an arm of government, and you should be jailed. So what is before us now is, January 1st is going to expose them. They're going to bring out a copy of the tax law they want to use. That time it will be in the public. Because if I sue you, you're going to come to court with the tax law you are using. So it's not going to be a private property anymore. Because people are going to flood the court, I can tell you. Forget about it, say Judiciary, Nigerians will go to court. So that tax law, you will now present the one you are using. We will not check at that section 64 they are talking about, where you now manufacture the power to arrest people without court order, the powers to take people's property without court order. I mean, how on earth could you manufacture such level of powers without National Assembly approval? What are you looking for? Do you cry more than the country? Does it belong to only you? You love this country more than any other person? Okay, you want Nigerians to progress more than any other person? So if they choose to go ahead, they have fallen into their own cage. Because people who go to court, that tax law will come out. So I said they will go and regazette exactly what the National Assembly passed.
So on the side of the presidency, we don't see empathy, good governance. They don't also listen to the people. That's what it shows, because the arm of government that's supposed to checkmate them, their people ignored it, which is the national.
But you can't successfully ignore it. Yeah. There's no way it's not going to happen. You cannot ignore a National Assembly. Otherwise, the law you have is illegal. It's of no value.
All right, now let's move quickly. Let's end up on this one. The Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde spilled the beans yesterday and spoke. Was he on the side of democracy, on the side of the Nigerian state, on the side of the political actors? Okay, let me start from here.
Well, when I listened to him live, and I think we spoke about it. When you look at that conversation, people were saying, "Oh, it's because of his personal ambition to want to be president." There's nothing wrong with people's personal ambition. Yeah. If people's personal ambition, is in line with our laws, it's in line with preservation of democracy, there's nothing wrong. We want people to be president. It's not president. It didn't start with Asiwaju. It's not going to end with Asiwaju. You would want to be president.
Definitely.
Even though it's that of association of motorbikes. I mean, I didn't see that coming. You are still a president. So, that said, I think the shock he exercised at the balcony where he asked Wike, we didn't agree to that. How are you promising the president that you are going to subdue PDP, our party, for him? He didn't even ask you for that. How are you proposing that to him? Do you need to subdue PDP in order for the president to win? He won the first time. He wasn't the president when he won the first time. No power of incumbency. He doesn't appoint INEC chairman when he won. Now he appoints INEC chairman. He appoints the IGP. Just about anything. You now need to subdue another party. I mean, there are many other unwritten or unspoken questions that should come from that. We want to preserve democracy. We have chosen democracy as our governance structure. So, Makinde coming out, because the speculation has been there, that all the fight of Anyanwu and Wike in PDP is because of the president. It's been speculation. Now there's no more speculation. It's no longer speculation. So all those what is it called? Congress not holding in Abia. So the basics are not the real thing. The real thing. I just hope Justice Omotosho was in Nigeria yesterday and is in Nigeria today. So why the judge is not of the judge to listen to gossips everywhere, but he's still a Nigerian. He was first a Nigerian before he became a judge. So that's why it's important that we should preserve this democracy. We should look beyond all these immediate gain. I don't see them as gain. The Aswaji is not the first person that is going to win. If he wins second tenure, he's not the first person. If he loses in second tenure, he's not the first person.
All right, Peter, Wike as a person, what's his name? Makinde as a governor as well. Makinde spoke of his dossier, where he was in 2017 and where Wike was. Not only that, he also put to question that he cannot question Wike supporting the president, but he should leave them as a party alone. So many of these other things he talked about. Of course, the Wike group, through Lere, came out and said the man jumps from party to party. We are talking about eligible things. You are talking about other flimsy excuses. Wike, will you be able to get out of this?
When we get out of this, is future will tell, time will tell. But the truth still remains that Makinde was punch on. He did not miss words, and he was open. He showed how he started his life at the age of 29. He has made $1 million. He showed the proof of it. He asked question at that age, what was Wike doing? So he showed he was in business. There are some people that had a life before governance. He's part of those people that had a life. Wike has brought about politics all his life up. And Wike has every right to support whoever he wants to support. There is no question about that, and which Makinde considered to him. But you don't have a right to destroy an institution because you want to support one person. Some other person in that institution might oppose to that. So let the institution stand, and you can go support whoever you want to support. I'm still surprised, I'm still amazed that Wike has not left PDP. And Makinde made me understand why he has not. Because he made a promise to President, something that was not asked of you. That is different, PK. If I demand something from you, that is different. President did not even ask of this. You volunteered. Why? Must you destroy PDP to be relevant to Tinubu? Tinubu knows who is relevant, and he's forgetting something. Why would I trust you if you can destroy your own for me? What happens tomorrow? So why will I sleep and close my eyes when you're around? What's the guarantee that you will not destroy mine? So Wike does not know what he has done to himself. See, every serious political actor will not take Wike serious. They don't know gather congregate with him in public behind him. They're all scared. So, Makinde at least has played here for Nigerians, you know.
Well, a lot of Christmas here and there. Kogi State Road was blocked as at 3-4 days ago. I don't know whether it's clear now, but we enjoy the.
Let me call it good. Jos.
I'm coming.
No road to Jos.
No, exactly. No road to Jos. No road to the east that is going from Kogi to the other side. From Lagos to east-west road ahead is also blocked. The federal government, we call you to do something smart and good so that the holiday season will be good and wonderful for the people. Wish you Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Like Makinde said, it's always good to have occupation before you join politics. So you don't act like your life depends on
it.
You
know, we have always been the advocate of that.
Exactly.
That entrepreneurs should be the one to come. Because you have managed people on a smaller scale.
With your limited factors.
And there's something you said yesterday that I will never forget. You said we must, first of all, look at demography.
Yes.
Identify problems.
Exactly.
So make a
sample.
As a leader, I need to pay you for that. All right. Thank you very much.